Okay, ma'am. What and why do you think the problem of waste management exists?
Problem of waste management. Now, if you see the human population, the huge amount of population that we have managed to put on the earth today, because of that, there is a whole lot of consumption, and that leads to generation of a lot of wastage. Now, wastes are generated at various levels. Basically, if you look at the three states of matter, you have waste from gaseous source, you have waste in the form of liquid waste, and you also have waste in the form of solid waste. Now, as far as gaseous wastes are concerned, or gaseous pollutants are concerned, the major contributory factor to that is the burning of the fuels, the fossil fuel. We need fuel for our living, for regular work, everything. And in today's time, there are so many vehicles, so lots and lots of wastes are getting released in the atmosphere, and we are facing the brunt of global warming and climate change and whatnot these days, because thanks to all this, so much of gaseous pollutants being released. Yes, it's not that nothing is being done. In the automobile industry itself, a lot of changes and modifications have been made to the engine designs, using catalytic converters, using four-stroke engines, etc. All those are being done, but then we are still a far way away from the desirable levels. That is as far as, and then in terms of our general fuel requirement for our everyday life, we are trying to get other alternative sources like use of solar panels and use of wind energy, and all those we are doing. It's not that we are not trying to do, but yes, we still are far away from what is required. Liquid wastes are essentially an outcome of the different kinds of factories that we have, the chemical factories, the thermal power plants, etc. And that really impacts the aquatic life, aquatic plants and animals there, and also the quality of water that ultimately affects us human beings in the long run as well. So that really needs to be managed, again thanks to the population that we have. Coming to solid waste. Now, at solid waste, with the huge population that we have, and also because of the consumption pattern, our consumption pattern, we've become so materialistic. We don't want to reuse things. We just use and throw, and all that has led to huge accumulation of solid waste. And so now, instead of the 3R, reduce, reuse, recycle aspect that we used to apply for all the kinds of waste, at solid waste now we have come to as far as 5 R's of waste management. 5 R's means you refuse, you reduce, you reuse, you repurpose and recycle. 5 R's of solid waste management. So first of all, you need to refuse itself to buy something. We need to look into our own households, our own cupboards, if there is something that is there. So we refuse to get into this marketing gimmick and buying more things even though we don't require it. Okay, then reduce overall consumption, reduce overall wastage that we can give. We can try to reuse. We can see things that we are trying to throw away. We just see that can we use it, repurpose it into something else? Can we recover something from that? Can we reuse for something else here? Then we can recycle it as well. So we need to actually look at and take a wholesome picture of that, and try to keep at every level. We need to keep into mind that the waste that we are releasing, it's going to finally backfire on us, because that waste is a pollutant that is getting added into our environment. And if the animals and if our environment is getting dirty, then ultimately it's going to cause harm to us only. So it's the need of the hour is to big time look at waste management. And I think the starting point is our homes, wherein I'm sure all of us are doing the segregation of waste, a dry waste and wet waste. That is the least we can do to help people managing the waste, do it in the most efficient manner. I think we all have a responsibility to manage the waste at various levels in whatever way we can and help the environment.